This is the Sony NEX-7, one of the most eagerly anticipated camera launches this year. It features a 24-megapixel APS-C sensor and is the company's first attempt at an enthusiast-grade mirrorless camera. The NEX-7's enthusiast credentials are underlined by the inclusion of the highest resolution electronic viewfinder we've yet seen. It also features an additional 2 control dials, a dual-function AF/AEL button, a pop-up flash, and even finds room for a flip-out screen. Placed alongside the NEX-5N, the family resemblance is immediately apparent. The NEX-7 is of course larger, and as we look at the back of the cameras we can see why, with the viewfinder, control dials and pop-up flash all contributing to a slightly larger body size. That said, the NEX-5N is about as small as you can currently build an APS-C camera, so it's only by comparison that the NEX-7 looks large. The twin dials are, by default, used to set exposure, with the rear dial controlling ISO. Pressing a button on the front of the camera changes the dial's functions, and cycles through sets of function combinations. One of these combinations is user-definable and can be configured in the menus. As with previous NEX cameras, several other buttons can also be configured, making it easy to put all of your most used settings in easily accessible places. All this customization comes at a cost. The menus are pretty dense and it's a little easy to get lost in them. Thankfully, you rarely have to dip into them because you've got all of your key settings close to hand. Focusing on the NEX-7 isn't quite as fast as with some of its peers. However, a very responsive shutter helps keep this difference down to a minimum. As you'd expect, the resultant images are both sharp and detailed. The NEX-7 also features an object tracking autofocus mode, but we haven't been that impressed by our experiences so far. It struggles to keep up with even moderately fast-moving subjects. One of the camera's headline features is its ability to shoot at 10 frames per second, the fastest of any large sensor mirrorless camera. Focus is locked, which limits its usefulness, but still, you can get some pretty good results. Ergonomically, we've been impressed with the NEX-7, with the only minor drawback being that the viewfinder can slightly obscure the flip-up screen if you try and shoot at waist level. There's been a lot of excitement about this camera within our community, and as photographers ourselves, we share that enthusiasm. We're really looking forward to getting this camera into our studios to see if it lives up to those expectations.